First it was a tour and racer show. Yes! And then it was a 3B video crew. Yes! And now it's the Deep Cut Podcast. Funk, yeah! But it'll always be buddies forever. We are the deadly duo. There's no one better than Roger and Evil. The buddies forever. We can make you smile when you're in a rut for an hour and some change with the new Deep Cut. Buddies forever. Buddies forever. Buddies forever. On the Deep Cut Podcast.
Aw, yeah. It's that time again for another weekly podcast with your hosts, Rotten Roger DeMarco and...
Evil Dead Inc.'s here. As the day is long, I am here.
all the live long day. Hee-haw, hee-haw. Good Lord. Halloween season is officially over.
Halloween hangover time.
In real life, it's over, but in our hearts, I don't think it ever leaves. But this is
we're going down that step of we both were the next day already planning what we're going to be doing the next year.
Yeah. This is a rough time. The transition time. Obviously, you're no stranger to the fact that this is when I get really grumpy. I hate the colder it gets, the worse off I am. But this was a really good Halloween.
Oh yeah,
it was
the weather
nice.
was phenomenal, perfect.
The only issue I have is wind. There was a little too much wind since we're building a circus tent. It was it was a struggle bus, but
I had some wind the first part during the day, but everything I had sectioned off ended up working really well and taking some of that cold out, so I didn't really get the effects of much wind. Plus, I had a lot of layers on with my getup anyway, so I couldn't have asked for a better weather-related Halloween ever.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was just pitch perfect.
dude, and we didn't get any sleet or rain or anything like that, so that was
No.
very nice. Yeah, just brisk, and it held off from being too brisk until about 9:30. Somewhere around there, it started getting to where it was like down in the 40s.
Yeah, like very low 40s, high 30s, but I had planned for sure for a late night, kids to be rolling up, but it hit right at 10 o'clock, and it just like a small town, on Sunday, like it just fucking went dead silent.
It's a curfew.
Lights were out, like nothing going on. I'm like, this is bizarre.
I saw that movie once. It's about a killer in Texas, right?
I just couldn't believe how it's really transitioned. Like, I think trunk-or-treaters have taken over a lot. And I even got a few people that, I've got a few regulars that always come up and they're like, we're trying to get out of the trunk-or-treat kind of craze and just actually going to houses. And we look forward to coming to y'all's house every year. And I was like, well, that is the double-edged sword of I love to hear that, but then that just puts I put more pressure on myself the following year to be like, I got to make something even more memorable next year.
Dude, well, yeah, and then I couldn't tell you how many times we said, if you like this, wait till next year. It's going to get bigger. It's going to get bigger. It's going to get bigger. So then you're like, yeah, you're putting pressure on yourself for no reason other than like, oh man, they like it. Like I want to make them happy. But
it's definitely a sickness. we both very much have it. And this is the first year I wore a mask again. I've actually found a way to wear a mask with my glasses, so I was able to stay in character on the porch the whole night and just freak the fuck out of several children, one of which was just repeatedly after he'd screamed at the highest volume in the middle of the night, alerting everybody. But on his way back to his car, while his mom's laughing the whole time, he's like, it was terrifying, Mom, it was terrifying.
you go up there next time. Speaking of screams into the night, once it started dwindling down, like, okay, so first of all, we had a very slow start, which was weird. People weren't coming around. People were actively avoiding us. Our people that live across the street from us didn't have any decorations, but they had lights on their porch. Like, you know, those like hanging down bulb lights.
I totally had one family argue the same thing because I didn't technically have a porch light on because everything was tunneled with my tent and everything. So they had argued, even though clearly there's trick or treat signs, there's like corpse bodies in the yard, all the telltale signs of like, no, they're actually into this holiday because the porch light wasn't on. They're like, I don't think anyone's up there.
Yes, we are. But like people would avoid us and go across the street. The people who live across the street from us, nothing against them. I don't know that I like them. So if they ever listen to this, sorry. I don't know if I like you guys. But you only live there about a year. No one ever lives in that house longer than a year. Probably because of us. I think it's just because of the bills. But they sat out on their porch and they were dressed like cowboys. And, you know, handing out candy. And then kids would... They would pull up, they'd look at their house, and then they'd look across the street at us. And then they'd go up and get their candy from the people across the street and then run away. And we're like, come on, come over, have some candy. You know, like, and we were in character and having a good time.
I was like, that might actually be a better setup than you realize, because I totally had a house, like the first or couple of years of trick-or-treating before, you know, like 2 houses ago, there was a house I can distinctly, I have a flash memory of a house that had just decor, dark, and a lot of like lights, kind of similar to how your background looks right now, actually. A lot of bright colors, but just done in just such a way. And I never went to that house to trick-or-treat. I was too terrified to go to the house to trick-or-treat. But I never forgot how that house always looked. And like, man, kind of like that horror movie on the shelf you looked at and you're like, oh man, I'm one of these days I'm going to have the nerve to rent that.
Right.
But I know I'm going to be fucking just bone chilled when I do.
Or the flip side of the coin, yeah, it ruins it for you.
So you may just be that house of like, they're just too terrified to go to, but they'll talk about forever.
Yeah, I mean, either one works for me, but when you spend a lot of, I don't want to say money, because it's not about the money, but like, you know, we get all the candy, and we always go all out on the candy. And then now that we've settled on a theme, which similar to you've settled on a theme, God help everybody else. You know, once we keep building and building and building, our themes are just going to get better and better and better. So it's cool. It's cool to kind of latch onto something and have some other creative outlet. I did want to say, this is a sight gag, and this is an audio only podcast, but I see you're rocking your Patreon Dr. Pepper shirt, and I did send you a message the other day on Halloween.
You did.
Our Patreon swung through with their kids, got some candy, and then dropped off Dr. Pepper pajama pants for you and some Friday the 13th socks for me. So I'm actually actively wearing some Jason Voorhees socks, some Jason Universe socks, as you know. I'm sure he did that as a joke because how much I fucking hate the licensing shit of Jason, but
you still put it on.
I am wearing them. They're real thin, so they're a little slippery on the floor, which I'm not. You know how those kind of socks are.
Those don't have a long shelf life because my toenail will just fucking slice through that like a knife through butter.
Start cutting your toenails or stop that kind of dreaming.
Or invest in toeless socks, because that's crotchless socks, because that's what's going to be happening.
That's right. You wear crotchless socks and bark at the moon?
Yeah. I did, and yeah, even the bare basic kind of setup I did this year compared to what, you know, it's going to be. Still took me a good 4 hours to set up, and then like technically 2 days to break down, like over 2 chunks of time, but
right.
I did make it. I was snapping you. I did make it back because I knew Spirit Halloween has their clearance sales the day after and 2 days after. Officially now they're closed up. They're done. It's turned back into a dead space.
Yeah, an empty building. Yeah,
for another 10 months. But we made it up there because I wanted to see what kind of clearance shit they had. like 30 people standing in line the last day where everything is half off. Walking through there, I initially had just enough, a few dollars on me, and I wanted to get that, and I showed you that VHS Halloween 6 keychain.
It was sweet.
That VHS comes out somehow. It's like a little stash tray, but we could not get that sucker open, and I was half-assed like I bet if I open this, I'll never be able to get it like where it's this firm again. It'll just slide out all the time. So I was like, I'm not going to fuck with it. But I did also, because I have the goal of getting 2 more masks, one of which of being a dummy. I want to make a Terrifier dummy, because the Trick or Treat Studio mask of him, the eyes are just perfect, where I don't have to do anything to hide the eyes inside of a dummy. So they still had one Trick or Treat Studio mask of Art the Clown that I wanted. Normally it's a $70 mask, but somehow somebody did not buy this fucking thing. It was still sitting there, so I got this Trick or Treat Studio quality mask for $30.
Excellent. I would recommend clear fingernail polish, or I mean, if you did want to go the resin route, which is kind of a pain in the butt, but I would recommend glossing over those eyes so they have even more reflectiveness, so they look alive, because they are good eyes in that mask. But
yeah, and you can actually see surprisingly well with it too, because I had to put it on to be like, how restricted is this? And it's literally just the pupils that are the cutouts. So they're very small, but they actually feel more open than a lot of other things I put on. It's weird.
Speaking of Terrifier, dude, have you seen a lot of
the lawsuit?
The hubbub going on? Yeah. With
yeah, there was a lawsuit about the first one.
And didn't I bring up a couple weeks ago in one of these podcasts, I said, Damien Leone is a scumbag. Kind of a scumbag.
Something to that effect.
Yeah, kind of a scumbag. And it's been, I guess, amplified, spoken out. Our homie, Uncle Creepy, Stevie B, has gone out and said, listen, this guy is bad news. And, that actress from the first film who is responsible for, like, the most iconic death scene, the saw down the hoo-ha. Yeah.
From crotch to head.
Yeah, lots of stuff going on. So I didn't really necessarily need to get too into that, but I just wanted to bring that up. Anyone who's listening, they can, dig a little deeper, saw in a little further if they wanted. But I suppose
I'm not here or there on Leon, but I do think that Thornton, the guy that plays Art, is damn good.
I think he's an up and up dude.
Of Art.
Yeah, I think that
he's really good at his body motions. I definitely I stole a lot, if not all, from when I was trying to get into my character on Halloween Day of just his mannerisms and shit. Because we had all ages and sizes coming up, and some were older teenagers, so I totally did like the verklempt with their like sexy cheerleader or whatever costume it is they're trying to do, and next to like the little kids I'm just waving at with my fingers kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So I was like, ooh, Art was really a teacher and didn't even know it.
Well, dude, and you can't take anything away from that dude. That dude plays that role. You know what I mean? He's got some chops, and it takes a lot. We talk about that with Kane all the time. It takes a lot to be able to.
Oh yeah, I definitely put him in with Kane and with Robert Englund. Of like, you can tell. I go back to the original that. What's the movie that Art originally?
All Hallows Eve.
Debuted in All Hallows Eve. Yes, you can tell the difference. So like, it's not entirely the same. Like, there's just something that Thornton brings that's just uniquely him, and you can't replicate it.
Yeah, stuntman Freddy versus Robert Englund. Yeah, the shower sequence comes to mind. But no, the All Hallows Eve guy is not as terrible as the stunt Freddy. But
no, nobody's that bad.
No, that I mean, you get hired and fired within minutes. The only hours on his time card was how long it took to put the makeup on. You got one take.
I was like, that's pretty impressive to fuck up walking forward in shadow.
Fog, yeah.
In fog, yeah.
Yeah. How much easier could it be? going back to scaring folks, I didn't even get a chance to tell you this. So it was still daylight, and it was before trick-or-treating actually started. And I sent you the pictures. It was very simple, you know. I had shaggy Two Dope face paint on. I had a big baggy jersey and my floppy winter hat. Daylight. This is like 3:30, maybe 4 o'clock. I was standing outside, and this older lady was walking by. Well, I just happened to kind of be like leaning on our ticket booth and just holding it down because it was windy and it's made out of styrofoam, and I'm kind of just hanging out. And I kind of glimpse over and I see this lady walking on the sidewalk, and we locked eyes for like half a second. She immediately put her head down and she just went, nope. So, and she's walking and kind of like, So I leaned back out of the ticket booth, like so she couldn't see me because there was sidewalls, and I brought my hands out down onto the little counter, and I twiddled my fingers, and then I just pulled myself forward and looked at her again, and she just went, and then she just looked down at the sidewalk and just was like, for like 3 minutes, because it took her forever to walk by because she was like old. But I was like, I might kill this lady. She might drop dead. She's fucking terrified of me.
The closest I got of that, the lady still decided to come up at the end and get a photo with me.
Yes.
Insisted on coming and getting a selfie after. And then like, oh yes, we love this. But I definitely did not want to come up the porch because I set it up just so you're walking up this way and you see a couple of my dummies that are sitting in chairs next to Leatherface operating on a dude on a table. You're walking past that, and you got to get past another skeleton and Ghostface also sitting at another set of stairs you got to walk up. So seeing another person in a chair doesn't immediately alert our alarm bells because I have a Michael Myers across from me staring at the entranceway. So they're looking at that while I'm just leaning forward from being in a slumped, looking like a dummy position.
Yep.
So then they turn around and they're like, Jesus Christ.
Put the gloves on the wrong hands. Put your gloves on the wrong hands. so you look even more
I definitely had the bowl of candy in my lap, but I definitely made a point to never look like I'm holding the bowl. Like I put my hands out with my fingers fully spread, so it looks like I'm just resting to,
genius
dummy hands on top of it.
Real stiff elbows.
Yeah, just, I literally did have neck pain the next day because I was just trying to really just have it in such a way where it looks like I had no sturdiness holding my head up at all.
No bones.
No, just thrown in a chair, and that's how he lays.
My nickname in high school, old No Bones. Yeah, dude, we can go on forever. Halloween was awesome. I'm ready for next year. I literally have already started plotting, and I was helping you kind of design something for you. And we're just gonna keep going. And again, it just feels good, especially since we're not necessarily making a short film or a feature film. It's nice to have some form of a creative outlet, and I happen to have some leftover stuff, so I'm going to be working on the podcast set a little bit more. So I'm in a good place, and I'm hoping that it carries me through the winter because fuck, I hate winter.
Fuck, I love winter.
I know you do. You're a sadist.
I am. I hate this. I hate the sun, and I love putting on layers. I can only take so much shit off, and I'm tired of sweating everywhere, even sitting in a car not doing anything.
I want to sweat all day, every day. But I suppose it's been, for the people listening, even though we're coming out weekly, you and we missed last week of doing these. But I did not include what I watched last week into my watch list. But let's take a look at our weekend watch list.
Let me get that weekend watch list. Let me get that weekend watch list. Let me get that weekend watch list. Weekend watch list.
This being Halloween weekend, I did bring up I brought up a giant stack, like I always do, of movies that take place on Halloween. But there was a lot going on. So there was a lot of, hither and thither and working out in the yard and whatever. So not a lot got watched.
Yeah, Actually, Halloween Day, I did not get any cinema watch because I literally, from the moment I got up and kind of got my shit together, it was set up, and then I was just outside on the porch, and I have the what I have on the YouTube like reel is a Halloween playlist that just does ambiance music, trailers, little clips of things. So I didn't actually get any movies technically watched on Halloween Day.
I got a couple, but that's because so at first we had to finish getting all our treat bags done. So we had like our little assembly line, and then I also did, once we ran out of candy, I popped popcorn, and then I filled bags because I was like, I don't want to run out, which oddly enough, we had one bag left. At the very end of the night, we had one bag left, and Tyson took it. He was like, I'll have this popcorn. I'm like, okay. But before Halloween, so the day before Halloween, finally got around to rewatching Weapons. And just as good second time, if not better, second time around. So
still need to get to it. I really wanted to get to the new Hell House. We haven't gotten to it yet. I
saw that it is.
I saw
that it is available for us to watch. So
it debuted on the 30th, I want to say, because we missed it in the theater the whole weekend it was out. We will get to it. We had, of course, a lot of Melrose Place on during my time off, but we did watch, and it's available to listen along with us. We did do Clown House as a commentary, so I'm throwing that into the watch list thing because I technically watched that shit.
Yeah, well, hey, and they can watch it right along with us. If they are Patreons, they can actually see the movie while we're talking. So you don't have to own a copy of the movie. I'm really going to try to make that a reality for Patreons, one way or another, because that's not going to go up on YouTube specifically, so I can't get nailed for copyright. And I want to be able to give it to the Patreons. So that's the plan going forward.
Most definitely. Monthly commentary seems highly up our wheelhouse.
Mm-hmm. We need to be doing.
We're almost done with season 3 of Melrose, which has had, we've had babies stolen, we've had stalkers, multiple stalkers, we've had a suicide attempt, we've had one guy that actually succeeded in it, we've had we've had 2. No, I take that back, we've had 2 now. We've had a straight up ghost haunting somebody on a Christmas episode. We've had 2 buildings catch fire. So many. Is literally, I heard a podcast describe Inglourious Basterds as almost 3 hours of people having a conversation with guns pointed at each other under the table. That is what I'm feeling this show is becoming. It's everybody is out to fuck over everybody else and not get fucked over in the same time, but they are.
It's a soap opera, man.
It is, but it's like they're straight up. There is guns under the tables at all times on this show. And I'm about halfway through it. A lot of cameos, though. I literally was snapping you. There was an episode, and it takes place in 94, same year as New Nightmare, but we had Chase, the boyfriend, or the husband of Heather Langenkamp in New Nightmare, and John Saxon as opposing lawyers in the same episode. Same year they made New Nightmare.
Good old dueling lawyers.
And fucking Alice's dad from 4 and 5 showed up in an episode.
Was he drinking?
No. He wasn't underhanded like Businessman that had just one scene, but he was in it. We've seen a few people that just popped up. Fucking Day of the Dead Bub is in an episode where he's an executive hire that tries, assaulting the gal from Revenge of the Nerds 2.
Good lord. So then Halloween Day. So from here on out, there were 3 movies that were on during Halloween Day. Nothing special, nothing spectacular. Because like I said, it was kind of background cinema. So while we were making our treat bags, threw on 1031 Part 1. Had that one on, just kind of doing our thing. And then after that, I was like, so we'll go low budget to bigger budget. So I went Trick or Treat while we were finishing up the treat bags. and then
You
Halloween.
went to trick or treat.
Yeah,
And then trick or treat.
and then trick or treats.
Treats.
Yes, trick or treated. No. So then once Halloween was all the way done, and like we were unwinding before we went to bed, I threw on Night of the Demons, because that's like it's after dark, kids are
That is.
away, and
That's the perfect, like, it's super late.
Yep.
Could also be turning into dusk
yeah, and
kind of situation.
we basically just kind of were like dozing on the couch while that was on. So that was my Halloween day cinema. It was kind of like I'm paying attention but not really type of movies.
Don't need to. I did get through, finally, VHS Halloween. I did insist on a break.
What did you think?
Not bad. I think the last story that has the POV witch flying through the neighborhood was pretty good. The rest of them were not bad, but they weren't excessively memorable. But I thought it was okay.
The Just Take One is the one I was talking about that feels like a Steve Kostansky. Felt like Psycho Gorman.
Oh yeah, that one was pretty good. Especially when you get the shot of the candy bowl coming at you.
Yeah. I took more than one. Did I do something wrong?
Yeah, just a straight up chocolate dick with
Yeah.
that much goo sticking out.
You know what? I don't want to sound like a weirdo, but that looked like a fucking delicious candy treat. I'm not gonna front.
It looked like a dick-shaped Cadbury Easter egg.
I'm saying like, or like it had Milky Way midnight nougat in there, and I'm like, yeah, I would eat that. I don't give a fuck what it's shaped like.
That dick looks delicious.
That does. That's right. I am not afraid.
That's $1 million, like Cirilla's seasonal candy to make the Cadbury, the dick-shaped Halloween.
The cockberry.
Yeah.
I got it. Trademarked.
The $1 million idea.
Yup.
I would really be testing my like odd limits of things because I love Cadburys, but I can only get them so many times in the year. So there was one other place that had it, but the caveat was they're shaped like a straight up dick. It's like, oh, I hope nobody sees me eating this in the car.
Yeah, this foot long cockberry.
They call it the home wrecker.
Yeah. Melts in your mouth, not in your hand, folks.
That's
Gross.
an M&M.
Yes, but so did you get what I was saying about how like it wasn't as excessively like sleazy gross? You know what I mean? Even though that's a dick-shaped candy, it's very fun.
It's fun. I could have went a little bit more fun-esque. It seemed like there was a lot of scenes where it's just straight up somebody screaming for a long time. So it sounds like it's if you've never seen a torture porn movie like the Hostels and all that shit, VHS Halloween sounds like what you think what a torture porn movie would sound like, because just a lot of like just people screaming in agony, and it's like one or two episodes, segments of that would be cool, but it seemed like every single one had that moment where it's just a prolonged somebody screaming into the camera a bit, and I was like, I'm getting a little Texas 2 off this. Like just a little bit less of that and I'd be fine. But that's just on the screaming. That wasn't, it didn't cross that line, but it was something that stood out in my mind's eye of like, this is good. Like those that I would tone down a bit, and I would increase that kind of silliness a little bit. I also couldn't really figure out what the time frame was, because I was stuck trying to think it was a VHS Halloween thing, but it was like, is this done in like the 80s? Is it supposed to be kind of a mixed bag of I don't know why I was hung up on where the time frame was supposed to be as well.
I was feeling 90s-y, but
a little bit, yeah, but I was like, I couldn't nail it down, and I don't know why that fucked with me a little bit, but it did. I'm gonna have to give it another shot though. But I did like it. I didn't love it, but I probably need to give it one more shot to see.
I'm definitely buying it, man, because I haven't had, to me, like, I haven't had that much fun with a VHS movie in a minute, and I was like, damn, okay, I'm having a good time. I like the soda wraparound story that's like haunted.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, it's fucking killing
I did like
everybody.
I like how they either go from extreme reactions to how the soda is killing people, or they could just, the main doctor could give a fuck less.
That's right.
Like, unimpressed with it.
But speaking of a segmented thing, I did. You don't have HBO Max, yeah?
No.
So the big thing that's been advertised for probably the better part of a year that was coming out was this prequel. Welcome to Derry.
I thought you were gonna say the Ed Gein thing, because
no, fuck
made
that.
Ed Gein pop up into the vernacular a lot lately. When my 16-year-old comes to me and asks who Ed Gein is, I was like, oh, that's HBO doing all that shit.
Oh, that's Netflix is HBO, or Netflix is doing that Ed Gein thing, and it's that Charlie Hunnam. And I have heard many bad things. First of all, that guy's way too handsome to be Ed Gein, and then it's not accurate, which you would, when they are doing something like that.
I don't imagine they would be.
Because like the Ted Bundy one is pretty historically accurate. But if you want a good
sensationalize it,
yeah, if you want a good Ed Gein movie, you watch the one with Steve Railsback, Carrie Snodgrass from like I think 2000. But I've heard nothing good about this new one except for by people who don't know anything about Ed Gein. So, but I did jump in with both feet, man. I was gung ho on this Welcome to Derry, and they have 2 episodes now because they dropped the new episode on Halloween. So we watched the day after Halloween. We watched both of them,
and
it's really fucking good. I mean, really fucking good, dude. And I gotta say this. So when I started watching it, I immediately was arms crossed. You know, I was that guy, and I went.
That guy.
I went. Are we really doing this? We're just gonna fucking copy and paste it chapter 1? Are we just copying and pasting it chapter 1? There's a character that is so much like Richie Tozier. The dialogue, the like way he speeds up, how he's talking, everything. He felt exactly like Richie Tozier. And I was like, oh boy, we're fucking going back to the well here, aren't we? And at some point in that first episode, they're like, fuck that. Like, let's switch it up a little bit on you. And the old bait and switch that happens in that first episode, everything that goes down in that first episode floored me and sold me so hard that I'm like, do 100 of these motherfuckers. Let's go. Like, I'm on fucking board, dude. And it looks good. You can tell it has money behind it. You can tell it's still Andy Muschietti or whatever, the guy who did the first 2. It's him.
Yeah.
And it's... So, I guess I've never read it, but my wife has. So, aside from the Losers Club in that original book, because you know that original book is like the Bible. That shit's like huge, however many pages.
It gives the phone book a run for its money.
There's a bunch of like side stories in that first book of characters and of events that happen prior to the Losers Club. And that's essentially what Welcome to Derry is. It's not completely new, made up bullshit. It's stuff from the book that just didn't fit into the movies. And I didn't know that. And so I was like, okay, that makes more sense. Because at first I thought, are we doing a Stephen King property without like Stephen King's work? You know, we just making up shit and being like, kind of Stephen King. But it very much feels Stephen King, dude. Rich characters. Oh, that's just awesome. It's awesome. You're gonna love it, and your kids are going to love it too. You gotta watch it with claws.
I imagine it will be something that gets put out on disc because the Penguin series got put out on disc. I did pick it up. I still haven't gotten into watching any of it yet, but I know it'll be awesome when I do. So I imagine this will be the same setup for this show when it's at least the season is wrapped. So
Yeah.
I'll probably dive in with both feet on that. I did see this week that I may try to pick it up eventually, but Netflix's Hush got a Steelbook 4K release, and I actually saw it the other day. Did not have the coin to pick it up at the time, but I have seen it. They did put out, so Netflix isn't entirely shit with not putting their stuff out on physical media. They put out Hush finally after how long ago did that come out?
Feels like 10 years.
10 years? Yeah, I was gonna say it was before I moved into my house, so that's at least 8.
Yeah, it feels like forever ago. That's a great movie. So about damn time.
Yeah, nothing like waiting to, and it's the only one that was still on the shelf. Like they moved in.
What was the price?
All the Christmas movies. I think it was about $30.
Is it Steelbook? Is that what you said?
It is.
Okay, so that's 30 is a fair price point on something like that. If it was just a bare bones ass Blu-ray, I'd be like, but just the packaging alone.
It's weird. It's either all or nothings now. You either have the bare bone shit or we have the Arrow putting out theirs. Where I went to the stock and they just have those movies behind a glass case now because they're so jam-packed, big, and expensive. But there's so much to them.
Yeah. Well, I was going to save it for news, but since you're talking about releases, you know what? It's not out yet, so it doesn't. So it is news. So we'll just move right on into what the fuck is going on.
What the fuck is going on? Anything new? What the fuck is going on? I don't know what's going on. I'm so confused.
We own this movie multiple times over. I'm a victim of, I'm gonna probably, would this be quadruple dip? But I just saw, and I sent it to you on Instagram, so I don't know if you have seen it yet, but there is a brand new edition of Day of the Dead coming out that's got 3 different covers, 3 different variant covers. This has extended gore sequences in the movie. This has a 72-page booklet, like making of book. It has a brand new Howard Berger interview. It has new behind the scenes. It has a new documentary, and then it has multiple featurettes. So that's how you know that there actually is there's a documentary with girth, because it's actually called a documentary, and then they go ahead to say, and some featurettes. So like your featurettes are your little blurb shit that Universal likes to shit out on movies and give you like 4 minutes of talking heads. But
And call it bonus material.
yeah. So
that's going to be in the same. That's going to be in the same price point as that Night of the Living Dead 1990 4K release they did, where it's like $70.
oh yeah,
That's also behind the glass case, but I imagine that thing is about as jam packed as Day of the Dead's going to be.
the only, like, if I need to get that Night of the Living Dead, but when I do, I want to get the book that Tom Savini wrote about the making of, Night of the Living Dead in 1990, the version you've never seen. I feel like those companions go so well together. Obviously, watch that crazy new edition of Night of the Living Dead 90 and then read that book, or read that book ahead of time. But yeah, this Day of the Dead, if you get a chance, check out some of this artwork. Really nice covers. And it's not a steel book, but I think it's those kind of like my Falling Down special edition, where it's a hard book outside.
Like my Goodfellas.
Yeah. So it's not steelbook, but they're cool too. They have their own, yeah.
The edges can get fucked up like a real book. That's about the only issue. My Exorcist is the same way.
Yep.
I have my copy of The Exorcist that's done in that book kind of cover to it.
Yeah, they take a little bit of they take a little shelf wear.
Yeah. Unlike a steelbook, you can just throw that fucker anywhere and it's going to be fine.
I use it to
Shit,
prop up my fridge.
Yeah, the more dented it gets, the cooler it looks.
That's right. I have 2 what the fuck is going on news stories. I don't know what you have, but
I got a few.
I stumbled across this morning, actually. You and I, neither of us, coffee drinkers, really.
No,
Not,
wife is.
not coffee folk. And I would even put a caveat on that your wife is not necessarily a coffee drinker. She is a
Iced coffee drinker?
yeah. She's a delicious drinker.
Hate to break it to you, but I think that's the more the norm. I think the minority is our traditional, dad in the morning, black coffee,
bacon and
nothing
eggs.
in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of
Dry
shit.
toast. But yeah, so
Pours the grease from his breakfast into the coffee and gives it a nice texture to it.
gross. Yeah, floating on there. You ever see an oil slick, Poncho? How about it?
Yeah, I think iced and candy coffees is now the norm.
Yeah.
Hence why we have Stanley Cups every fucking place you go to, and it's the number one thing at every vendor event. That's always just extra, is people making 1 billion cups that are customized for whatever you're into to put your iced coffee in.
Right. Well, I stumbled across this article about a coffee shop in Dubai, of all places, that's using
That's the hub of everything now, man.
right Panamanian beans, which I don't know what the fuck a Panamanian.
I know pandemonium.
That's right. Pandemonium at Halloween Havoc. But these Panamanian beans are used to make coffee in Dubai. A cup of this coffee costs 3,600 dirhams, which breaks down to 980 American dollars for an 8-ounce cup of coffee.
Sounds like WWE branded coffee.
That's what I'm saying, right? They probably are working with TKO or whatever.
Endeavor.
Yeah, Endeavor. There you go. But I don't know. I mean, black coffee seems kind of like a, like you said at first, it's like it went from like it's a working class dad kind of a drink. Like our moms would get up in the morning at 4 before the sun comes out, have their
You drink it for a purpose, not for a taste.
That's right. Drinking their coffee, smoking their extra long Misty 100 or what the fuck ever.
Did I ever tell you why coffee became, I found out why coffee became a drink?
No, I have no idea.
How it became popularized in America?
School
way
me.
back during war times, you would give a lot of soldiers alcohol, so it would, one, calm their nerves and steady their aims and make them more, open to going into this, less than likely chance of walking out, at least with all your limbs, gunfights. Problem with that is if you get all your soldiers liquored up, they're going to be just fucking wrecked the next day.
And tired, yeah.
So coffee was brought in to wake up soldiers to get them back out onto the field. Then you liquor them back up again so they can actually have the nerve to get into gunfights.
The vicious cycle, yeah.
So it became as a way just to wake up drunken soldiers. And now we just put a shit ton of sugar in it, and now it's probably 1/16 actually coffee.
Right.
And it's a novelty thing. It's right there with the craze of energy drinks and powders to put in your water so it's not water anymore.
Right.
Kind of shit.
You see, and then the Nazis, they invented meth so that their soldiers would never sleep.
I do recall just learning recently that meth was super a thing with Hitler and the Nazis.
Make them, that way they could soldier all day and all night, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
For us, it was liquor them up so they can shoot, then give them coffee so they can wake the fuck up and get back out there again.
that's right. Stay away from meth, folks. It's a no bueno. And then the other ridiculous news thing, you and I both have teenagers that live in our house. We are surrounded by teenage vernacular. We constantly feel old. That's why we invented the phrase sits. Like, oh, that sits.
I hope you're not going where I think you're going.
I probably am. I stumbled across an article early this morning From dictionary.com. And dictionary.com has officially crowned the phrase or the word 6-7 as
that's where you're going.
The word of the year. I hear this constantly.
I think I brought this up like probably 2 days ago. I've aged out. I was barely hanging on with, No Cap and Riz and all that. 6-7 is the first one where I'm like, I have no idea what this means.
Neither do I.
And I'm too afraid to ask. So I was hoping you would have an idea since you looked up some stuff. What the fuck it's supposed to be?
So here's how we're going to sound old.
This just happened within the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's happened while I've been on my vacation, which has been about 10 days.
6-7.
This has somehow become a thing. And then I think I can't, that's the only thing I probably can't wait to go back to work, because I work with a bunch of fucking children and they can tell me what the hell this is, because I'm just too mortified to ask my own teenage daughter, the fuck is this 6-7 thing?
So, from what I gather, and I am no expert because I am an idiot, but from what I gather, there's some basketball player who was asked how tall he was, and he said, I'm 6'7". And it became like a meme, a joke. So now, 6'7", 6'7", 6'7" is a thing. And it's not even cool, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I hate to be like on my soapbox, but like, dude, when we were growing up, at least we had 69 dudes, and it fucking means something. It's gross and it means something, but like, we had fucking Wild Stallion 69 dudes. This 6'7" shit is, I mean, we also had the great Cornholio, whatever, but like we had a lot of dumb shit that's awesome, but it's awesome to us. So I don't know, man. I'm feeling old. I'm feeling real old.
We missed a viral moment apparently, and now we're paying for it. I also saw like a thing where I think it's like by your mid 30s is when you like unconsciously like check out of new music being added to your lineup. Like you stop listening to anything that is considered new. Yeah, I was like, that was generous for me. It was like, I think long before that is when I started checking out. I couldn't tell you anything in the what's a contemporary top artist right now if I had to, other than Taylor Swift, just because we sold her fucking CD at my store a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, because it's crammed down your throat. I think for you and me both, I'm gonna say, and I don't know, it might be different for you, but I'm gonna say, just guessing, since we're like the same age, we have kids the same age, I'm gonna say 2009. The time that our youngest were born is pretty much
the cutoff
for me, for real. Like, because that's, you become like full blown responsibility. Now I have 2 kids I'm fucking taking care of. I don't necessarily have time to everything that I'm consuming is kids shows for the kids, or if I want to watch something for me, or listen to something for me, I'm not going out like, boy, I should go to Best Buy and buy the new whoever. You know what I mean? Like I'm here with what I have. I like this. I'm going to listen to this or watch this, So even new movies became kind of a trick after about 2009. That's how I feel. And in 2009, I would have been
probably just because we ran out of energy and time for such things. So it's like, well, that's listening to something new used to be fun, and now it's like, it might be like work.
Yeah.
Like that's why we're like, the wife and I are like, yeah, Hell House Lineage, we're fucking into it, let's watch it. And then it's like every time it's like we gotta get ready to do like homework of sorts. Like it's gonna be fun homework, but it's like,
yeah. That's with Weapons. It came out a few weeks back on Blu-ray, and it sat right next to the Blu-ray player. I'm like, we're gonna throw that on. We're gonna throw that on. Real life kind of gets in the way, and then when you have only 2 hours to your evening, you're like, we watch some fucking true crime or whatever, because we're just kind of checked out and we're ready for bed. Don't want to.
It's kind of like It's kind of like those times I come downstairs and I'm like, I'm gonna game for a little while, and I turn the system on and I'm just staring at the fucking home screen.
Mm-hmm. I do that too when I'm like, I'm gonna pick a movie. I'll just stand in the movie room for an hour and a half, and then it's like, well, now my time's gone.
That was fun.
Yep, that was good. Thinking about watching a movie was good. I thought about it for a long time, and it was sweet.
It was good.
Yeah. That was a Doofy reference, deep cut.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man, it's getting a little more difficult. And I just had that conversation. So, going back to trick-or-treating, one of my buddies from high school, his sister lives right down the street. And I don't get to see my buddy often. He had moved to Ventura, so he was in California off doing his thing. And
Jesse Ventura land.
That's right. I live in the Baja now. Not even in the continental United States. But his mom passed away a while back, and so he came home to help his dad, kind of go through stuff and whatever. And he's kind of been, I think that him and his wife decided they're just going to move to somewhere around here. And so he happened to come by on Halloween, and he was talking to me, and he's like, man, yeah, the podcast stuff is funny. The movie, it was good and whatever. And I was like, if you'd have told me when I was 14 that like my gig is talking about movies, even 5-6 years ago, I'd be like, fuck yeah, it is. And I was like, but the older you get, at some point, even the thing that you love the most, you're like, I fucking gotta watch a movie today. You know what I mean? Like, even as much as you love it, you're like, damn it. Sometimes it's just
love and hate with structure. Like,
yeah.
You want to not have structure, but then you don't have structure, and you just end up not doing anything with it, and you just fucking spiral.
Yeah.
That's why I take a long vacation, but there's always at least a couple of days where I'm just like, there's nothing to do but maybe go back to sleep.
Yeah.
Nothing I want to do. Yeah. I don't trust anybody, and I just want to lay down.
Yeah. So, just sometimes, and even Adam Green told us that, right? Adam Green said, be careful what you wish for. And it's true. Sometimes you can't see the forest for the trees because you're like, I love this. I'm all in on this. It's like making a movie. When we made Tapehead, we were so bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. And then by the time we get into the second Tapehead, I was still like, yeah, man. But then that year of editing, which that's a daunting. You hear a year of editing. You want to stare at the same thing every day, all day for a year, and it still not be as good as you want it to be is heartbreaking.
That's the life of an artist.
Yeah, it is a daunting fucking task, and so it's just sometimes, man, it can kick your ass. And that's why I feel good. I told you a couple weeks back, like we're reinvigorated, we're ready to fucking crush shit.
we were rejuvenated, then we got rejuvenated.
But we got this Halloween game coming out, which, sidebar again, we didn't get like a full gameplay trailer or anything, but we got a little.
Shocked by that.
Yeah.
The only thing we did get was the new Scream trailer.
Yeah, which I think looks good.
I don't know yet.
Yeah.
I'm on the fence.
I feel like we got to course correct after 6. So let's go back to Woodsboro. Stop trying to reinvent the wheel. People tell you they want something different. They don't. They want the same thing over and over again, and I am one of those people. Go to Woodsboro, kill these motherfuckers, give me my bullshit reveal, and don't try and do anything too crazy.
But for the love of God, don't do Pumpkinhead.
Yeah, we don't need that. Yeah. Ghostface climbing the side of the Mocker house. He's CG.
Let's bring the Hatfields and McCoys to Woodsboro.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, she's got a blood feud with the Loomis family. And they got to have a hoedown. But, I'm excited. Just because it's something new. Like, it's a new entry to a franchise that we're familiar with, even though we spent a lot of time shitting on that franchise.
You want to do it again?
Yeah,
I'll do another one.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to do another one. it's familiar. So it's a flavor that isn't going to, come out of left field and fucking blindside me. I should know what I'm getting into. I feel like I know what I'm getting into. So I'm ready and I'm excited. But, we'll see. Only time will tell.
Yeah, we were excited for Halloween Ends too.
Yeah, and 50% of us enjoyed it enough.
Again, you throw a dummy off a high like ceiling or some shit, and you already at least got a 1.5 rating. It can only go up from there.
If it looked like a dummy, I'd be more receptive, but it looked like a CG impact, which bothers me. But I know they use the dummy because I've seen BTS pictures of that dummy. But the way it hits the ground looks like it hit the ground weird, and they were like, we'll fix it in post. And then they did some CGI bullshit to it. And if you have a dumb dummy, let it be a dumb dummy.
Well, they make up the difference because it's a kid. And just seeing that it's a kid is infinitely more hilarious to me.
Face first, his head comes out his ass.
Just the fact that they're gonna start that way. I'm like, oh, this movie's gonna be ballsy or off the rails, or it's gonna be something because that's how they're gonna start this shit. I'm like, all right.
It's gonna be a love story about a dork who drinks chocolate milk. But whatever. So yeah, I don't know. Do you have any what the fuck is going on news?
Yes, I do have a couple of categories.
Oh, shit.
I think I have 3 categories. So the first one up is world records and odd collections. So our first of 3 stories here is a mosaic of Ozzy Osbourne made from pumpkins and squashes broke the Guinness World Record for the largest pumpkin mosaic.
I don't imagine that the competition is mad deep on that, though. A lot of pumpkin mosaic motherfuckers out there.
I mean, I'm sure there is, but I mean, capitalizing on the recent death of Ozzy.
That's right.
It's probably what capitalized that into being above the rest of this particular week and year.
I bet those pumpkins look like Ozzy right about now.
Pumpkins probably still look better. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Shit, I don't know. You probably could crack open Ozzy's casket in 10 years and he probably looks exactly the same.
No, he's preserved from all the drugs, yeah.
Like let's put the glasses on him and he looks exactly the same.
He's got a bat hanging out of his mouth.
A British twin brothers set a world record with pumpkin weighing over 2,800 pounds.
What was a couple weeks back? We talked about a big ass pumpkin. So this one trumps it. This one's a bigger pumpkin.
British twin brothers. So maybe it's just over in Britain it was done. I don't know if that's a world record, not necessarily a local record. So maybe it's different here in the States. It's that one we did was maybe more of a American record, but not the world record.
That's a space pumpkin.
This one is a sentence, and I don't know how this story gets out or how anyone takes it further than maybe like in the neighborhood. Like this seems like it would not even make the top headline in the local paper of
Rocco,
this town.
Remember the neighborhood.
A man in Belgium has collected 60,000 vintage tin boxes.
Congratulations. He just goes he tells every motherfucker that I got 60,000 of them bitches. Cool.
I wonder what it was like. Did he keep a count from Jump Street, or at some point was someone like, how many of these 10 boxes you got? And like,
I don't know.
I should probably count these things.
1. This would be a real joy count. 10 boxes of varying caliber.
And I'm like, how big are these boxes? Are these like the Band-Aid 10 boxes?
Just Altoid tins.
Yeah, he just collected 60,000 Altoid tins.
Again, congratulations. What the fuck? Like,
you're a hoarder. That's what that
yeah,
is.
You're
trying to
fucking
spin
gross.
That into a record.
You fucking weirdo.
I mean, someone might say the same. Like, how many VHS copies of 89 Batman you got? Like 30 right now, but I'm looking to get 60,000. I'm going to hit a competition with the 10 box guy.
I'm trying to build a fucking tiny home out of Batman 89.
This dude in Belgium probably could build a house out of 10 boxes. Or at least, an outhouse or something.
Yeah. A tiny room. Yeah.
How about a suit, like an Iron Man suit of tin?
Just weighing him down.
Yeah. All right, next category is animal antics. Another, we have 4 stories here. A nonprofit in Ukraine is investigating why some dogs in the Chernobyl exclusion zone have turned blue.
I you don't need much investigating. I don't think.
Well, they probably are not investigating why they turn blue.
Chalk it up to radiation.
They're in fucking Chernobyl is why they're blue. I would be wanting to know what the fuck does them being blue mean for us.
We just went like, one notch down on the food chain.
Like, are they going to grow inside? If they bite one of us, do we become Violet from Willy Wonka? Are we going to explode in a giant blueberry of goo? Like, what does a blue dog's DNA mean for us when it turns its attention our way?
I don't know, but I know we should probably jump on the rights to that movie before Asylum does and create our Chernobyl Dogs movie. Blue Chernobyl Dogs.
Blue dogs. Blue boy. There it is.
Yup. I'd buy that for $1.
A pet monkey escaped in the Plano, Texas Spirit Halloween store and avoided capture for over 30 minutes.
I fucking saw this. I scrolled past it because I saw the monkey in the rafters of a Spirit Halloween, and I was like, well, that's the damnedest thing I've seen all day. I just saw the picture of the monkey in the rafters.
I thought for sure that was going to be tied to that other story that I didn't actually write down the bits for, but like the overturned truck of monkeys. Have you heard about that?
No.
An overturned truck of monkeys. I want to say in Texas. There was an accident. Monkeys escaped. They euthanized the majority of them. I think at last I heard there were at least 3 that were still on the loose. But these are monkeys that are infected with COVID, herpes, and I want to say something else, but like a trifecta of diseases of these. It's literally outbreak. Outbreak has happened, and it's in the southern part of the states where
the monkey is gone. The monkey is gone from here. I've seen monkeys get thrown 30, 40 feet from a wreck.
For God's sakes, you can't drive a car.
They were doing very well last night. Maybe someone around here gave them bananas.
I'm literally trying to find the story of this thing because I was like, I should have looked and got that because I don't know why I didn't think of it.
Bro, those monkeys escaping, it was not an accident. Like, they overtook the vehicle. Straight Halloween 4 style.
They found a just let them wander around. Okay, I think I may have it. Escaped monkey from a Jasper County truck crash found outside Heidelberg house. I don't think that's it. I really surprised this is. Escaped monkeys destroyed after Mississippi police are mistakenly told they're a danger.
Just a bunch of fucking Mississippi redneck ass cops out shooting monkeys out of trees.
I didn't think finding this monkey store would be this hard to find. Apparently there's a lot of monkey stories going on in the world currently, so we'll just...
Texas monkeys.
I'll just bypass it and on to the next one. A squirrel named Chunkosaurus Rex won Texas Parks and Wildlife's Fat Squirrel Week competition.
Fat Squirrel of the Week.
I couldn't think of a better representation of what's the obesity epidemic like in the United States. And right now in Texas, they have a competition for the fattest squirrel of the week.
That's right. We give awards to fucking fat squirrels.
And we're going to name him Chunkosaurus Rex.
Yeah, he's never won 2 weeks in a row because he dies of diabetes.
The last animal antics story we have. Police in Berlin are searching for a wallaby that is loose in the city.
That's a movie title right there.
Wallaby loose in the city. That's a kid's book is what that is.
Fucking A.
I like that there's no follow up to that. It's just that's just ongoing. There's a Wallaby loose somewhere in Berlin. Someone's got to do something.
Yes. Yeah. Someone's got to go down there.
Somebody's got to go down there. So my last category, it's we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stories here. This called Odd Happenings.
All right.
A Utah man dropped a nearly 1-ton pumpkin onto his car from 14 stories up to say goodbye to his vehicle. I couldn't think of a better October way to kill your car, finally.
How did he get the 1-ton pumpkin that high?
14 stories up? I would guess
Crane?
You would have to grow that shit from 14 stories up. Or you're just an eccentric millionaire who just raises it with a crane just that high.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. You saying he grew it on the roof? Wouldn't that be a hazard to the apartment complex's roof? Just an extra 1,000 pounds? And who wouldn't fuck with it?
I don't know. People in Utah are just a different breed.
Yeah.
An Austrian surfer set a Guinness World Record by surfing the same wave for over 8 hours.
But don't they they come to the shoreline? Like a wave washes in.
Maybe he started out like
way deep,
30 miles offshore.
Yeah. Just cruising it, yeah.
He rode this wave from one continent to another.
That's right. We'll get him when he comes back in.
Yeah, that's where Bodie is. He's just fucking riding waves for 8 hours from place to place.
Bro, it's the 30-year storm.
And that's how long you rode it. Whoa. This is one I totally dig. The wife loves this kind of story too. A message in a bottle written by World War I soldiers 109 years ago was found on Australian beach.
Wow.
We have a time capsule actually in the town I'm in that opens I think in 2050, and I'm like, oh, that's gonna be so cool to still hopefully be here and see this. And I was like, I've walked by this fucking time capsule a million times. I'm ready to see this thing open. A message in a bottle from World War I. That's like a jack.
That's crazy.
That's a straight up jackpot in both do you open that shit? Do you sell that to a museum? What do you do?
You'd think that the sun would bleach the ink out.
If that bottle's dark enough, if it's buried deep enough into the sandbar.
Sand.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, while it was out in the water. Because, that's how it got where it was going. But, yeah, like you said, if the bottle is dark enough.
That's
interesting. That's really interesting.
It is. This next one may explain why the Wallabies loose in Berlin, because the authorities in Germany are busy solving other crimes here. Or not crimes, just puzzles. Well, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know. German authorities discovered a slug was triggering doorbells in an apartment building.
Triggering doorbells?
Doorbells. So probably like ring cams. Like it's just crawling up and ding, 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 ding. People get door ditching. They're thinking they're getting door ditched in this one apartment complex, and it's one random slug. Maybe it's a bunch of slugs.
Motion.
Just take it over.
Motion at your front door.
Motion detected. Motion detected.
Oh, it's like Kingdom of the Spiders, but with slugs.
Is that what the premise of the movie Slugs is? I never watched
Pretty much,
Slugs.
Yeah.
I have Slugs. I own Slugs. Have not watched Slugs.
You should watch Slugs.
I probably should watch Slugs. And the last bit.
It's like 6.5 hours long because they film the Slugs in real time.
It's all the opening credits.
Yeah.
The last story is just one that'll just piss us off.
Oh no.
Because it's the luck of some folks that just seems to keep evading us. And an Ohio man who forgot his winning lottery ticket at home won another $500,000 prize the same day.
Yeah, I'm about to beat that guy's ass.
We need to go visit Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
Set this janitor on fire and accuse him of child killing or something. Well, what kind of day do you have if you're like, Oh, I won off this ticket. Oh, I left it at home. I'll buy another one. Holy shit, there's $500,000 more on top of it.
And you know what sucks? Is that dude will be like broke and destitute within like 6 months. Everybody that wins that kind of money, they blow it on the dumbest shit. And then they're just like, oh, I can't believe I'm broke.
Or the ultimate turnaround is that dude invests money into podcasting equipment, starts his own company, becomes the biggest podcasting company in the world, finally hears about us by some random meth-addicted intern, finally picks a random episode to try out. It's this one, gets to this part, and he's like, we're not hiring them.
Give me my checkbook. I was gonna sign them. They were talking about me, and then they started talking bad about me.
Then he
burn my checkbook.
And then he sends the check with the big void on it to us, just to let us know at one point he was going to invest, and then decided not to because of this. And then we're gonna go outside and leave and just go try to get some air and relax, and then we find a 1,000-pound pumpkin that he's dropped on top of our cars because he's rich, biatch.
Dropped it on the cabin, smooshed it all.
Or had it roll down like black sheep and just knock everything sideways.
Got a bowl of chocolate pudding in my underpants.
We don't have any chocolate pudding in the fridge, bud.
Dandy.
But there's the weird and wild news, the what the fuck news I was able to dig up for this week in the world.
That's some
wow.
Good stuff. What'd you have, about six, 7 stories there?
Yeah, about that. 6, 7 stories. Yeah, about that. A lot of monkeys.
I apologize.
Monkeys, slugs, and wallabies.
Yeah, that's the episode title.
Monkeys, slugs, and
Right
wallabies.
Uh-huh. You heard it here first.
The cure for the Halloween hangover. Monkeys, slugs, and wallabies.
You got to drink it, though. Oh, man. Halloween season is over. Time to fucking ease into November.
Wartime.
December.
Being in the retail world. I put on my war paint for the next 2 months. I'm ready.
I'm not.
I got my Bigfoot wearing a Santa hat beanie. Says believe. I'm ready to believe it'll be an okay year for the rest of the holidays. Are they as awesome as the one we just did? No, but I mean the next one we get to eat at some point of the day.
This is hell for me from Halloween until January, because
like I said, and like I snapped you when you said that to me the first time, what you call hell, I call home.
Well, I am at a constant war with myself to stay in, somewhat decent shape. I'm trying to fight aging as long as possible, trying to not be heavy. And these 3 holidays in a row
are the biggest battle.
Really? Oh, yeah. There's a lot of willpower that's involved, and it's hard, man. Especially with not being able to go out in the sun and walk.
The
other day
you just need to rewatch your Rocky IV over and over again.
Yeah. The other day I did do 2 miles on the treadmill, but I was like, I'm staring at a gray wall, and I'm cold. Like, I'm actively cold in my house. This is not what I want to be outside in the sun. I want to sweat while I walk. But I just got to maintain. This morning before podcasting, did like 6 miles on the row machine, did some work on the bag. But I can't let it win. Can't let the season win, damn it. I'm not gonna
do it. It won't do it.
I'm gonna stay in decent shape.
We'll just tune in next week, and that'll just be the goal for the next several months, is just keeping Roger on the straight and narrow path. Yes. And not falling down the rabbit hole I did on my vacation of, and we ended up with like 20 Butterfingers left over at the end of the night. Guess gotta eat them.
That's right, dude. Broke my Butterfinger, baby.
Oh my gosh. That was the last box of candy bars, because we do full-size bars as well. I had 300 fucking full-size candy bars. The Butterfingers was the last one I got to. And the last person that showed up, they got like 7 Butterfingers. And then I finally cracked into one. And I've never had a better Butterfinger in my life than this box that I bought. Because it's the whole cardboard box. So every Butterfinger I've gotten previously has been, it's been out for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
It's got like that, not a stale, but just that, like, you can tell it's been on the shelf for a couple months. Kids have come by and just beat the hell out of it. It's always in some kind of crumb. Every one of these Butterfingers, I swear to God, was the perfect. Not one broken. Not a one. 35 in this entire box. We probably got about half of them. Not a one broken. All just, like, fresh. I've never had a better Butterfingers in my life. They're officially fucking ruined now because I'm going to have one. The next time I break down and buy one, I'm like, this is dog shit compared to what I had on Halloween night. Those were so goddamn delectable.
Yeah.
I have never been a huge Butterfinger fan because of how much they get stuck in my teeth.
Yeah.
But those were just the best Butterfingers I've ever had.
You had the fresh box. That's the deal. That's the key. You got to get the fresh box. Before we wrap it up, I do want to say both of, your youngest and my youngest, they share a birthday. So we did just kind of go through that. We had birthday celebrations for both of our youngest, which now they aren't so young anymore,
Oh, they can have jobs now.
Yeah, which my kid is talking about. But yesterday, for the official celebration of my son's birthday, we took him and his best friend to the Amazing Pizza Machine, which is like, it's more geared for young kids. You know what I mean? It's got arcade and bumper cars and laser tag and VR and a couple little rides and stuff. And then basically like your generic like pizza buffet that's got like pasta, pizza, salad,
French fries.
Yeah, and baked potatoes and shit like that and dessert stuff. And I ate like a moron, because you do. And even my son, who is like super physically fit, he ate a lot of trash. We're on a ride home and he's like, I'm so full. Like, I hate life. I'm so full. Like, I feel sick. I'm so full. And he's like, we have got to work out tomorrow. But I told my wife, and I actually kind of wiped some tears away a couple times yesterday. Because I was like, you realize, I know he went this year because it's like, we always go to the Amazing Pizza Machine, Like, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun for little kids. It's probably the last time that I'm ever going to go in that building again. And I had that. We were in there maybe about a half hour. And it hit me that, like, when we leave, we ain't ever coming back. And that was
one low ride.
That was fucking hard, dude. In real time, in real time with you and going through these podcasts, like, an era is ending. And it's fucking hard.
Yeah, my equivalent is we did a lot of prep work for my daughter to have her costume this year. She's going to be that scarecrow ghost face. Mm-hmm. Had all that set up, and then day actually came and she ended up having a friend coming over to hang out, and they went out for a little bit, but she never even got a chance to dress up into anything.
No.
So she was fine with it, and I was like, I totally took like a dad route of like, that's 2 costumes now we've totally invested in that you've not worn. Last year I bought all of the stuff to do your plague doctor, and you didn't make it as the plague doctor, and now you got this ghost face set up. So no more costumes till you at least wear one of these 2 we previously bought, and they're just sitting in the fucking closet.
Man.
So this was the first year I think I clocked the time I had with her was probably under 2 minutes. It was just them passing in front of the house while they were out doing their thing, which I was like, y'all do your thing. I'm gonna be out here just scaring the shit out of kids, having a blast. But I was like, yep, I only saw her for a couple minutes, and she had things going on.
It's tough, man. It's a real hard pill to swallow when you go from like them being like your ace, you know what I mean? Like, this kid is with you all the time, your sidekick, and then they're like, nah.
And they start having lives of their own and plans that I don't know about.
Yeah, it's hard. And then also that the Halloween thing. My daughter is 18 and she got stuck having to work. So she worked and she was miserable. She was so upset. She's like, I don't get to do anything for Halloween. And, you know, there's that weird, like, where you got to be, like, sad for them, but then you also have to be like, welcome to fucking real life. It sucks. And real life doesn't care that you like holidays or that you have a birthday or your brother has a birthday or anything. It does not care. Real life does not care. And it's soul crushing to watch that happen to a kid. It's again, like I said, it's a changing of an era. It's really fucking weird just watching, like,
We're
childhood.
adapting in real time.
Yeah, childhood go away. And yeah, it's tough, man. It's a tough time period for me right now.
Couldn't think of a more positive note to wrap up on.
Hey, man.
That's the winter shows are going to be, are just therapy sessions of sorts.
Yeah.
Is
Hey,
getting
that
shit
being
out.
said, we will get together this coming weekend and we will do a commentary. So we'll be, you know, we got a lot of shit going on.
Oh yeah.
And we'll just, and that's why you and I stay in constant contact, because if I do need a little pick me up, I got my pick me up. I got my therapist. You're my therapist. Keep me going. But
And
you know.
you're in Patreons, you're the ones that pay me.
couple of whatever the Dubai people's money was, whatever the fuck I said it was.
Maybe we can just get a Patreon from Ohio that just won 2 lottery tickets.
Dirhams. Pay me some dirhams.
I Durham, you want 'em. I want 'em, your Durham.
Durham damn near killed him. Yeah, on that note, dude, I suppose we should probably get going, because after all, there's a lot of movies out there and somebody's got to watch them, so why not us, right?
Monkeys, wallabies, and slugs.
We are the deadly duo, there's no one